Welcome back to Z Code System here on YouTube. Drew coming at you, and today we're going to talk about the Africa Cup of Nations 2022 tournament that's going to be kicking off this month, actually next week, or I guess over the weekend, and going to be carrying on through the month of January and into February. Now, the Africa Cup of Nations is the big continental soccer tournament that goes on every few years on the African continent, and it pits the best teams from Africa together to battle it out for the Africa Cup of Nations trophy. So this is a fantastic tournament if you are a soccer bettor to get in on, or if you're new to soccer betting, a tournament to definitely watch out for and to keep tabs on through the month of January and February, and to wager money on to win big returns. Now, I'm excited for the Africa Cup of Nations. This is a bit of a lead up to this year's World Cup, which will be coming to you not in the summer as usual, but it will be coming to you in November, December time, because the games will be going on in Qatar this time around. So again, like I said, we're talking about the Africa Cup of Nations 2022. What is it? Where is it? And who should I bet my money on? That is the blog I posted this week to get you ready for the upcoming tournament. Before we go any further, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on all of the notifications and all the videos that we post here on YouTube throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year. And you can stay up to date on everything, whether it be baseball, basketball, soccer, NFL football. The playoffs are coming up, the NHL, whatever sport that you wager on, that you love to follow. Well, you can find out all kinds of great tips and follow our systems at zcodesystem.com. Now, the blog is there in front of you. Like I said, I wrote that earlier this week, January the 3rd, so you can go over there and read up on that because it will touch on some things that we don't cover here. We're going to mostly be covering on the odds, and I'm going to give you my pick to win this year's Africa Cup of Nations. Now, the Africa Cup of Nations will kick off on January the 9th. That's coming up very soon, and it will go on until February the 6th when the final occurs. Now, if you follow soccer in Europe or around the world and you bet on it, you will notice that quite a few teams around the world will be sending players to represent their African nations. For example, Liverpool have sent three players. Well, three players have been called up from their team to represent their nation: Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah, Naby Keita. Manchester City's Riyad Mahrez will be participating. Wilfried Zaha from Crystal Palace will be participating. So there are some top players from around Europe who are on their way to Africa to participate in this tournament that we're going to see 24 teams compete. Now, like I say, 24 teams will be competing in groups of 6 groups all together, and we will see the top 2 teams in each group qualify for the knockout stages, and the 4 best third place teams will join them in the knockout stages. So like I say, it's going to be a very exciting time. The tournament was originally supposed to take place this time last year, but COVID postponed the tournament. Then it was going to be held in the summertime, but due to the warm weather in Cameroon, who's the host nation, the tournament was again postponed to take place this winter, Northern Hemisphere time, that is. So we're going to see this excellent tournament coming at you. Now, Algeria are the reigning champions at the Africa Cup of Nations. They won the 2019 edition of the tournament. That tournament saw Riyad Mahrez of Manchester City really star for Algeria as he led them to the trophy. Now, the last 10 winners of the Africa Cup of Nations, if you want to get, if you feel like this trend will help you pick the winner for this year, well, we might. It's going to be a little bit difficult, perhaps, to pick a trend because we've had some different winners over the last few editions of the tournament. Algeria picked up the trophy in 2019, Cameroon 2017. We had Ivory Coast winning it in 2015, Nigeria in 2013, Zambia in 2012. They surprised a few. Egypt won it 3 consecutive years, 2006, 2008, 2010. Tunisia won it in 2002, and Cameroon won it again in 2000. So we've had a few different teams winning it over the last few years. Now, it's good to keep in mind here that Egypt are the winningest team in Africa Cup of Nations history. They have won it 7 times. So this is a team that you might want to put your money on, and they do have the best player on the African continent playing for them, and that is Mohamed Salah of Liverpool. If you follow the English Premier League or the Champions League, you'll know just how good Mohamed Salah is and how great he has played this season. And Egypt are being tipped by many to lift the trophy based on Salah leading them to glory. So we're going to be kicking this on Sunday, January the 9th, as I said before, and we're going to get into some odds in just a second as we keep going here. Okay, we've got some pre-tournament odds on the teams to win the tournament outright in Cameroon, the Africa Cup of Nations. And as you can see there, sports books, this is Bet365, of course. This is my favorite online betting sports book. And Bet365 is giving Senegal the favorites tag, I should say, at plus 400 to win the tournament. Senegal with some excellent players. Liverpool's Sadio Mane, one of those players who will be lining up for Senegal there. Algeria, the reigning champions, coming in at plus 600. Riyad Mahrez leading them on the pitch, and he will be one to watch. He led them to the trophy last time out in 2019. Egypt, previously mentioned before, they are 3 times winners from 2006, 2008, 2010. Mohamed Salah will be captaining them and leading them out, and they are plus 700 to win the tournament. Then we've got the Ivory Coast, Nigeria, Cameroon, who are the hosts. They will have the home fans backing them to win the tournament. They come in next. So this is going to be a very exciting tournament. And as you can see, we've got all the odds down there to our biggest underdog, Sierra Leone, at plus 40,000. And excuse me if I butcher this name, Comoros at plus 30,000, along with Sudan at plus 30,000. So those are the major underdogs and the teams that are very likely not to make too much of an impact here on the tournament. And to be honest, I have a feeling that outside of those top 9 teams there in the odds, according to Bet365, I have a feeling those teams aren't going to make much of an impact on the tournament. Yes, they might be able to play underdog spoiler once or twice at the tournament, but I don't think any team outside of those top 9 are going to really make a dent once we get to the knockout stages. Those top African nations are very good when it comes to international football, international soccer, I should say. I can say. I really think those top 9 teams will be the ones really contending for those quarterfinal spots. Now, some of those teams do fall into the same groups. We're going to see, for example, Egypt and Nigeria competing in group. That is Group D. We're going to see Algeria and the Ivory Coast in Group E. Keep an eye on Tunisia. They have a bit of an easier group, I would say, with Mali, Gambia, and Mauritania coming up in Group F. So I think that may be perhaps the easiest group of the top 9 favorites, if you will, to win the tournament. Morocco and Ghana, they will also compete in the same group. They're going to be competing in Group C. Then we're going to see Senegal, Zimbabwe, Guinea, and Malawi. And I have to say, Senegal does have a bit of an easy group going into the group stage, and that could see them really come out well for the knockout rounds. And of course, we can see that Senegal are the favorites at the moment to win the tournament. And Cameroon, like I say, the host country, they also have, in my opinion, a bit of an easy group with Burkina Faso, Cape Verde, and Ethiopia all in that group. So we have this coming up, some very exciting group stage football that you will be seeing coming up. And if you're in the UK, like I am, you'll be able to watch this on Sky Sports throughout the month of January and month of February. They're going to show all 52 matches. That's right. There's 52 matches at the Africa Cup of Nations 2021/2022 and you're going to have so many opportunities to wager in-game or pre-match on this. And that is why you need to stay up to date with Zcode's system for all the picks. I'm going to be coming to you with some picks here on our videos and our blog, as well as you can use the Soccer Buddy tool over at Zcode's system. Now, I'm going to give you my pick to win the tournament coming up in just a second. But before that, let me just turn your attention over to, real quickly, the Zcode System Soccer Buddy tool. Okay, so this is the Soccer Buddy tool. If you've watched our soccer videos, our soccer prediction videos here, our soccer pick videos here on YouTube, then you will be familiar with our Soccer Buddy tool. This is a great tool. All you have to do is pick your date. So I've picked January the 9th, and then pick your league. We've got so many leagues that we cover here on Zcode system, whether it be international tournaments or club football. You'll be able to find the league or the tournament that you want to wager on. And once you do, You can click on a hot trend to find out if there are any hot trends going into this game. So, for example, on the 9th, we've got an FA Cup game between Norwich and Charlton. We'll be covering some FA Cup stuff coming up later this week. You'll be able to get that hot trend there. And you can use this during the Africa Cup of Nations tournament. And then you've got all this other data and information to use to make educated, well-informed sports bets and investments. All right, guys, so that is the Soccer Buddy tool. Now, let's get on to the team I think is going to win the Africa Cup of Nations. Okay, guys, so here's my pick to win the Africa Cup of Nations 2022 tournament, and I am picking the Ivory Coast to pick up the tournament trophy. The Ivory Coast last won the AFCON in 2015. They've only won it 2 times, but this is a super stacked squad going into the tournament. We've got some excellent players. Manchester United's Eric Bailly. We've got AC Milan midfielder Frank Kessie. Burnley forward Maxwell Cornet. Ajax striker Sebastian Haller, who is one of the leading scorers in the Champions League currently in Europe. Crystal Palace winger Wilfried Zaha, and Arsenal winger Nicola Pepe. This is a fantastic squad, and I'm picking them to win the Africa Cup of Nations tournament. Now, keep in mind, as we went over the group stage just a few minutes ago, we're going to see Ivory Coast and Algeria competing for the top spot in Group E. Regardless of what happens in the group, I still feel that I think this is a super talented squad that can come through the tournament and pick up the Africa Cup of Nations trophy. So I like this team, Ivory Coast, to win the tournament. Now, let's look back at those odds for the Ivory Coast as we go forward. Now, as you can see there, we've got plus 800 for the Ivory Coast to pick up a win, courtesy of Bet365 pre-tournament. And I like those odds. I think this is a super stacked team, like I said before. Yes, they do not have as easy as a group as, say, Senegal do, but I think that Ivory Coast can come through the tournament, come through the group stage, regardless if they finish first or second, and then get through to the final, where I think they're going to pick up a win and lift that Africa Cup of Nations trophy for the 3rd time in national team history. And they might be a team to watch out in the World Cup, although no African nation has ever won the World Cup before. So, like I said, I'm picking the Ivory Coast to win the Africa Cup of Nations 2021-2022 this January and February. So watch out for them, and let me know what you think of my pick of the Ivory Coast to win the AFCON tournament. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us here today on YouTube for Z Code System. Stay up to date all through January and February here on YouTube and on the blog to get more picks for the upcoming AFCON tournament. I'm going to be posting later this week some picks for the upcoming FA Cup 3rd round in England, which is going to be kicking off on Friday night with Manchester City playing Swindon Town. Some big games going on this weekend, so to check out there in England. But like I said before, comment down below. Let us know what you think of my pick for the AFCON 2021 tournament. Let me know who you think will win this tournament and who you're backing. And also, please subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on everything we do and make sure your notifications are on. And like this video and stay up to date on everything we do here at Z Code System. So guys, that's going to do it for me here this week on Z Code System. I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.